Hello everybody, welcome back to another episode of Formula 1 24, and today we are heading over to Singapore Grand Prix where all the chaos is going to be in, so of course stay tuned in for more. And now we've got congratulations change to go, which is really good news to see, but it's free. We got over 4,000 sorted players, so hopefully we can adapt most of it in one go, but it might not be the case, but I'm fine with it, because we've got to adapt almost like 30 par, which is obviously a lot, so we should do the most we can and try to save up again before the end of the season. But you also was seeing in the last episode, if not seen it, go back in there, because those two things had happened. Aston Martin and now something in that episode, and the Monster GP, you got to check out how it runs, because it relates to what we've just been watching, the standing. We have now started falling back from a championship standing, so pretty much are out of the fight unless Matt, loses every single night, which is obviously unlikely. So I'm going to go ahead and do the practice section, and I will obviously be popping to the qualifier.
As night falls in Singapore, the track starts to warm up, and it'll be red hot by the time we find out who's on pole for tomorrow's race. Time to set the grid then. Welcome along to qualifying here in Singapore.
And we are now in the qualifying of Singapore Grand Prix. To see, I am ready to get going. Now, Singapore, some putting the setup, making sure it all exactly how I liked it. And the practice section did go quite well. Double checking that I did put some components in and doing my first run, and hopefully it will go as good as I want it to be, because we have not living well. Singapore last season, I believe I remember that correctly, so we obviously need to get used to it, because I've been doing pretty much practice section, and of course in the qualifier I am, had to admit, starting to feel a bit of a pressure since I am obviously leaving the Aston Martin at the end of this season, so obviously need to perform really well in order to find a team to go into the next season. So now doing my section run, we are now in 18th, which really unfortunate, so hopefully that will stay like that for a long time, because that will be quite embarrassing, and with my third emulation in 2-1 for a very long time, I had to admit, but torn put a good time in, but that going to be enough. We are now going to cross the line, and it's going to be P16, not enough. And first run before the final call-up, we got the slipstream from Logan Sargent, but bit of a bad exit on my part, and we are going to cross the line. We're going to be where we going to be, and that is P17, and that is officially out in 2-1 with Joe Snow and Loden and Nico Hulkenberg, and that is the bad qualifying I had in a very long time.
Marina Bay hosted a Grand Prix that briefly ran in the 60s and 70s, but the Garden City re-entered the calendar for good in 2008. We missed it for a couple of years, but it was great to come back to the Singapore Grand Prix. Things have changed slightly around the Marina Bay circuit. 4 corners have been taken out, the lap length reduced to just over 3 miles. That might be a welcome relief to the drivers, might be even more of a relief for their brakes. It's time to take a look at our starting grid for today's race. An immense lap from Fernando Alonso yesterday puts him on pole position, and it's Charles Leclerc in P2. Looking at the rest of today's grid, we have Russell, Norris, Albon, Hamilton, Ocon, Oscar Piastri, Perez, Tsunoda, Sainz, Magnussen, Verstappen, Hulkenberg, Joe, Stroll, Sargent, Behrman, Gasly, and Daniel. It's almost time for the lights to go out, so let's head down to the track where preparations are underway. And alongside me in the commentary box today, former racing driver herself, Naomi Schiff. Let's look at their season, and particularly against their teammate. fair to say they've got the better of them more often than not. I know what we've got to do before the start of today's race, but what about our driver? What do the final hours look like for them?
Well, every driver certainly has their own way of preparing themselves before a race, but I can tell you that pre-race rituals are a real thing. When I was in go-karting, I used to touch every wheel in a specific sequence before I got into the kart. And then I stepped up to cars and had a specific set of fireproof base layers just for race day. So watch the drivers when they're on the grid. Some may be sitting on the floor and isolating, others may be up to other things that they do. But these little things really help their minds get ready for the race.
Are we now getting ready to start on to Singapore Grand Prix? And I forgot to mention something. I did also take 10 plate late penalty before we had in qualifying, obviously done practice section, but I think with the editor saw that I've changed it, so fortunately I am out of, well, I would normally beat that P17, dropped down to P20, so it's quite sucky that I couldn't manage to get into two, that I'm out in 2-1 for the third time in a long time, so that obviously quite annoying, but it didn't matter too much that I got 10 plate penalty anyway, so I thought I had to hope that I would perform absolutely top notch and try to get back in play. I think the top 10, maybe just before top 5 at that, might be the realistic scenario, so hopefully we can be able to do a good job. And now we all are properly away for the 5 red light, and now Singapore, and it's going to be away we go with Charles Leclerc on P2, Fernando Alonso in P1. You have a fantastic star himself, and Charles tried to sneak by on the inside to the man that we got lean wide with Matt Hulkenberg and Carlos shot with me on the outside into the inside line, tried to get by the Alpine, which is Pierre Gasly. But Gasly and I are going back and forth with each other, and Matt Verstappen in the middle has got ahead of both cars, and he goes up into P12, and we've got Fernando Alonso who's leading so far, and you can see the replay that I'm now overtaking the Audi on One which is good. We got ahead of him, and we obviously beaten Gasly, and also made another overtake on Lance Stroll. I'm trying to do the quickest I can, get the overtake quickly, so I can try to leap up, because obviously the longer I stay behind, the likely that people who want to beat like Fernando Leclerc or the star pulling away, but I can't afford that to happen whatsoever. So obviously that's the key. I need to try and catch up, and I obviously try to sneak by on the inside on Logan Sargent, but had to back down on that one because it's a bit risky if I continue committing to it. But the fact that I gone for another move again on Logan Sargent, and I now got ahead onto P16 to start chasing down Honor Behrman, but now can I actually get ahead of Honor Behrman? We know he has been struggling all season long, but can he actually, defend me? Because obviously we got Matt Verstappen P12, don't know what happened to him, might have got either a penalty or he had a bad 20, we know, this ball or not, he's solidly good, and now Singapore, but maybe that's the reason why both of them are out down in 2, which is quite unfortunate for them, but helps me if I want to try and continue reducing the gap for my championship chance. Got Lando Norris, who's fighting with Lewis Hamilton, and got ahead of him. A fantastic move from Lando Norris, and he obviously showed confidence like that, and we got the move done on Honor Behrman, as I got myself ahead of him on the inside line, showing the confidence I've got in my car, which is good, as I've been struggling recently, and it's nice to be able to know there is confidence with me. I can now feel as I can brake quite late, get the overtake done, and move up the field at that my goal as to see when a bit launch on the outside, hoping to get ahead of Carlos side, and it looks like we could act to pull off a move around the outside, and we got ahead of Carlos. Now we can chase down Nico Hulkenberg, and hopefully we'll be able to do a good program and just do the best of my ability at the lap way. Started getting close start, which is good, but can I actually, caused no trouble on Little as I done for the move on the inside, quite enough space which is good, but very attractive. But that's the key. If you want to be a world champion, you've got to be attractive. So I'm okay with doing that, but I have to be careful at the same time. And we see on a helicopter view on Lewis Hamilton, who obviously was behind, land another at the obviously be overtaken by him. And we've got Albon in P6. Albon not doing too bad himself, and Hamilton looking to make a move on the outside on land another. Will he be able to get it done? It looks like he might not be able to at the that racing wheel to wheel, but Hamilton got better speed and got ahead on land another. That pretty good move from Hamilton showing that he is still a very good driver, as he obviously has been slotted around the Mercedes quite lately as I went for a bit lunge on Matt Verstappen like I did with Carlos Sainz, but can I get myself ahead on Matt Verstappen as he obviously showing a bit defense against me, running a bit dive on the inside, overtaking Matt Verstappen, and that is a phenomenal move, which I'm really happy about, as I thought he might have caught me a bit of trouble, but he didn't, which is good to see. But that obviously just gave him the advantage. He can have the DR and he can catch up to me, but we also have DR on Newton Canona, which is positive, like I have to worry about being overtaken by Matt, which is good. But now in lap 6, we've got both McLaren are making a move at the same time. Piastri on Albon, Norris on Hamilton. Fantastic move from basically dictating overtake both McLaren. That was really good to see, but we also got objective that said overtake, achieve PA, so I need to get up to PA as fast as I can. But I believe it's Albon who's in P8 and Ocon is in P8, Albon P7, and I've done for the move just like I did on Matt to overtake UT, but it wasn't enough speed to get it done. But I saw the move on the inside, faced it, gone to the outside line and trying to overtake Newton Canona. I actually thought I made the contact with Matt, it was that close, but managed to find the gap just in time and moving for the outside overtake on Newton, which is good. Like, I was quite impressed with that overtake. I thought I might fail that, but I didn't, which is good. And Newton did a good job defending that inside line as well. And you see Fernando doing a fantastic job on lead. He's actually in a much more healthy space, and he could looking dominating the Singapore Grand Prix, and that big lift coming out of the corner. And I was checking my rear wheel to see if there's any issue with it, like internal tires or where, but it looks like there's nothing. But now going to lap 12, we still couldn't really quite manage to catch Kevin Magnussen, so that means my tire is actually starting feeling quite bad, and we've got top leads doing a really good job. Russell was fine with Leclerc, Albon and Ocon and Perez, Magnussen, they all doing a pretty good job with each other. I'm not even anywhere near the top 10 at any point, and that's not good. We're on board with Matt watching Newton Canona just took me out. Newton Canona has just made the contact, and he really potentially could have ruined my race, but I got a broken front wing. If that turned out yes it looks like I got nothing more than that. So that is positive, but that was the big incident. And here replay, you can see Nico Hulkenberg, who's just seeing what happened. He went through the middle. Despite all of that chaos, he managed to not make any single contact with me, UT, or the debris. Wow, I have no clue what just happened right there. I was livid, and I felt like that was not my fault. As you can see, Charles Leclerc has been held up for ages now. I think waiting for all the car, you know, getting by to allow Charles to come out. We got William in, and Charles eventually gone back out, and it's still saved the P3 to that. I did that good, and obviously safety car did come out as well. I forgot to mention that, and I'm now replacing my fun win, and that is just really unlucky situation. I'm already dealing with the pressure of leaving the team, pressure from BP20, and now I'm going to be knocked down to P16, so clearly need to make a massive comeback drive again from P11 was P20, P11 locked down, the P60 now. We've got a stately car restart as now underway with Fernando Alonso continue leading the Singapore Grand Prix, having a fantastic effort, but will that all change as Charles Leclerc is a lot more closer, as you see behind on a bam lead on down the outside, making a big commitment of overtake. That my mentality now, just going for everything, be as active, basically being like Matt Verstappen and Michael Schumacher before. I had to make sure I don't make the same mistake I did. Just what happened before, but like I said, I felt like it wasn't my fault, but we of course will explain it later on at the end of the episode. And now making another move on Lance, making up to P14, making a good way. Though, but of course we are now like halfway through the Singapore Grand Prix, so of course we need to make like many overtake as fast as we can. Max Verstappen up in P11, Carlos P12, Hulkenberg P13, me P14, but that's not going to last long as I'm trying to make another overtake on the outside. Unfortunately, couldn't quite make it sit. But of course, we got the slipstream from Nick Hall as I jumped for the move on the inside, making a fantastic overtake. Of course, I'm making a little bit elbow, but that is what I need to do to try to get ahead. Another overtake again on Carlos' side. Of course, at that point, I'm just going through everybody as quickly as I can, and Carlos, that's just giving me trouble a little bit. They're going real to real right now, but who's doing it for the last one to break, and that way it's been me. 49 making Carlos side to slow down a little bit, and now I can chase down Matt Verstappen, but the objective that's there. Avoid damage to your front wing. I felt like that was another jab to my face, but it was not my fault what just happened, and we got Leclerc, who chased it down George Russell, and he obviously in P3, he can look into me to move up to P2, and in this light, he joined the sweet loop. I got ahead of George Russell up to P2 with George P3 Lando Norris in P4, Hamilton in P5. So I believe Mercedes is in a top spot at the moment, and I've caught up to Max Verstappen, of course, down to the fighting team with Ocon, which just allowed me to catch up quite easily and really positive, and now the Nordic made a move on the outside on George Russell, but George is now slowly losing his places. There's something going on with George Russell today. Who knows? Before the safety car, he was doing a pretty good job, and now after the safety car, he slowed down just a little bit. So I think something's going on with George Russell, and we got Max Verstappen ahead of us. I was looking to make a move on the inside. I was like, no, back out, just to make sure you don't make any contact whatsoever. But you see the replay on the taller. We got both Mercedes fighting with each other at Hamilton overtaking George Russell. So I think George got a problem at the moment, and we've gone for a bit of active dive on the inside, made a massive elbow on Max Verstappen. You couldn't say that it's a bit of a active overtake, but I've been told by my engineer it was a good overtake, so I take them, but let's be honest here, made a move on Expand Ocon just like I did. So on a Bearman, got that clear overtake on Ocon. Now I can chase down the Piastri. That 10 places so far made up. That is positive. The car is on the fast pace, which is really good to see, but we obviously need to try and make sure we don't whittle down from our pressure from what just happened. As you can see George Russell, who's been overtaken by Palmer, and me overtaking the Piastri, but Piastri is now next to me, and I'm obviously trying to squeeze by and force him to back out, and he's done that, which is good. Up the P9, which is really good. And we've got Kevin Magnussen, who chased it down Russell. So Russell from P2, P3, knocked down to P7. At the way, we will be able to overtake both cars. So Russell definitely got to be dealing with the issue of not being told anything about George. So I think it's obvious he's dealing with some issue with that played to my hand, and I'm very happy about that. We can now try to make that P7 finish potentially, but the race is still a long way to go. We've got about going to be a 10-lap racing. I'll be able to catch Pollard and Albon as we now coming out the final corner. We have a DR available as we now make a double overtake on Taffy Magnussen. Can I speak to George? Yes, I will. Overtaking George Russell and Magnussen also followed through and overtaking George. That was a fantastic overtake. Definitely really pleased about that. We got a flag going off behind us with another flag. What will happen? Here's a replay. Got land slow. Coming on turn one, a bit spin. Okay, makes sense why another flag, and of course it's land slow. So we got a broken front wing. That is a bit of a unfortunate but land slow. And we've got George Russell, who's obviously down the P11 and it made him move on Espano Tonso. Looks like it to make him ahead, but someone showing slow, and it's Matt Verstappen. You can see a puff of smoke, and Matt, unfortunately, it's going to be out of the Singapore Grand Prix, and he also held up on a bearman that sucked for Matt Verstappen, but good news for Fernando Alonso, Charles Leclerc, and Lando Norris as they are contending for the championship fight. I would say me as well, but I'm not in a good place. Please have at the moment catch it up to Sergio Perez. 22 second, which is good. Probably about 5/10 of a lap. That is quite impressive, I have to say. So the pace is there. Obviously, should need to get new on both tires. I had to try to get P5, and I believe Hamilton is the one who's ahead in P4. Yes, it is. Hamilton's in P4, and we've got this DR on Sergio Perez. Till I made a move on Sergio. Looks like I'm really on the outside. Made a big commitment on that overtake, but tonight be the late one on the base. Yes, I'm real. So ahead of Perez on the inside line now, and now moved up the P6, chasing down Alexander Albon, and of course that is a good rating so far, making a big place it made up, going up to what 15 places made up, and that is very impressive. I have to be honest here. Got another DR trying to get overtake on Albon, which should be easy. He don't know like any support, as I'm doing briefly on the outside line, overtake Albon, and now I can pull away from him quite easily because at my entry state I'm pulling away like 5/10 of a lap. It's quite obvious I can put away very easy, but we are starting the final lap, 5 laps gone by, and Fernando Alonso, he's leading, and he's looking maybe winning the Singapore Grand Prix with Charles P2 and Lando Norris. It's always been P3. So it's quite a successful race so far for the top three, but towards they had with a easy overtake on George Russell, which allowed them to not have no problem be able to be in a good position. But you can see Hamilton, who got me like chasing up fast as I can, but I had to admit I had been struggling up till like lap 30. I was starting a little bit different, like try to be careful with how I put the pressure on the throttle, and I slowly touch it up to the limit. But it's the last lap, so I don't think I can overtake Hamilton whatsoever, and that will be, it's hard to start. But P5 from P20, it's still a quite impressive finish, I have to be honest. And Fernando Alonso, as you see, is just having it easy in life, but he got Charles Leclerc behind. So if he make mistake at any point, Charles definitely will swoop up that mistake from Alonso and take a win from him. But it looks like not going to be the case, as Alonso is coming out of the top of final corner, and I know he is proud of what he's done on last Singapore, and he now going to see the touch his flat, and the firework is going off for Fernando Alonso to win the Singapore Grand Prix with Charles Leclerc P2 and Lando Norris in P3, and I thought caught up to Hamilton, but finishing P5. P5 from P20 is still a quite impressive finish, I have to be honest here, rather of the day as well. I think that was deserving award for me today.
Happy days for the Fonz. A winner today, Fernando Alonso.
And it's one thing to win, but to win like that in total dominant style, that was a fantastic drive, and it is not one that we see very often.
It's time to present the top drivers with their trophies for today's Grand Prix. And there are a lot of people in the paddock very happy with this result. It's Aston Martin on the top step.
Good to see my teammates up there, but it's shot that Fernando is doing a much better performance than I am. I felt like I had it in the bag from the beginning of the qualifying, but it wasn't the case. But still, P20 up to P5, really happy about that. More points being in, Russian Championship now putting away, Charles P2 and Lando P3, that we helped them with the Lava Championship, and Matt has DNF in Singapore, so the championship for them is potentially to be back on, but for me, unlikely, I've only got 10 points, so I don't think that's going to happen. So I had to say I am happy, but at the same time, quite disappointed that couldn't find the pace that I wanted from the beginning. But I'm okay with it really, and I'm now 81 points behind with Charles 39, Fernando 40 points, and Lando 48 points. So they could be back on for it, but how long can they hold Matt behind? We don't know. But the Russian standing looking really good for the Aston Martin, so very pleased about that. And I had to say, with what happened, I am more have a chat with Newton Tanono about the incident that happened. So I'm obviously showing you the replay about it. So I obviously got my own head in my own, the situation that happening with Aston Martin moving on from me. I had to find a seat to potentially for Ferrari, but if they will actually want me, even though we had an interaction with each other. But we gotta go ahead and check the replay. So you see, Newton Tanono had made the contact with my wheel, but you can see me on my racing line. I actually slowly, made it allow, and it made the contact that I was actually steering the correct way. It may look like I'm actually perfectly going straight, but I wasn't. But it's down to the comment from you guys to let me know what you think, whose fault it actually is. But I'm going to end it, and I'm going to see you in Mexico. Long punch off. Thank you for watching. Please like and subscribe my video. Do you very appreciate it, and peace out.